Of the premier engineering institutions in West Africa. This is an environment that promotes learning and growth. This is UMAT, University of Mines and Technology.
I am Jessica Dampa. I attended Infantiman Girls High School. I completed in 2013. From there, I proceeded to study chemical engineering. In 2018, I enrolled at the University of Mines and Technology, where I pursued an MPhil in minerals engineering. I currently work as a metallurgist at Abosu Goldfields Limited. As a metallurgist at Goldfields, we are in charge of the day-to-day checking of parameters to ensure that we are always within the set limits to ensure optimum recovery at the mine. I've always been fascinated about how things work, how we can have processes that can turn raw materials into valuable products. What further motivated me or inspired me were some remarkable individuals in the industry, like Dr. Catherine Kupo-Kuto, Dr. Emmanuel Bewa, and Professor Jiao Dampa. These individuals showed me how powerful and rewarding it can be to pursue a career in this field. Their guidance and encouragement played a vital role in my decision to pursue an engineering profession. UMAT is the premier institution when it comes to mining and minerals related disciplines. I decided it would be the best place to further my education and also advance my knowledge in the field. The lectures are very friendly and they are open. You can go to them at any time with whatever problems or whatever questions that you have. And then they have a well-equipped lab, minerals lab. That is where I did my research work and all my lab work. My education at UMAT equipped me with both theoretical foundation and then the practical skills that I needed for my work at Goldfields. In particular with the MPhil, I got a deeper understanding of mineral processing and then extractive metallurgy. And then because UMAT is a research-driven and then a practical-based institution, I was able to merge what I learned in the classroom and then my everyday work at Goldfields. There are several opportunities for girls who study science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. They are a young girl looking forward to making an impact, to solving problems and being innovative. I highly recommend that you choose any of the STEM.
Welcome to a place where value transforms, a place where you can become a mining engineer, geologist, mineral extraction engineer, geomatic engineer, environmental and safety expert, petrochemical engineer, and many more. A place to discover your passion and roots to excellence. A place where diversity offers a new dimension, allowing you to select your own instructor, schedule, and subjects. Begin your own adventure with a desired job offer and a well-defined future roadmap. Not simply a university, but one of the premier engineering institutions in West Africa. This is an environment that promotes learning and growth. This is UMAT of Takwa, Ghana. A university, but one of the premier Welcome to a place.
Good morning. Good morning. I trust we are doing well. So you are all welcome to this information session targeted at prospective applicants for the School of Petroleum Studies. In the next 4 minutes, we will start the session. I would like us to watch these videos. So when it is 11:15, we begin the session. We have resource persons who will be taking us through this session. So kindly bear with us. The next 4 minutes, we will start the session. So kindly enjoy the video. If you have any questions, you note down your questions as the resource person shares it with us. Thank you very much.
Where value transforms, a place where you can become a mining engineer, geologist, mineral extraction engineer, geomatic engineer, environmental and safety expert, petrochemical engineer, and many more. A place to discover your passion and routes to excellence. A place where diversity offers a new dimension, allowing you to select your own instructor, schedule, and subjects. Begin your own adventure with a desired job offer and a well-defined future roadmap. Not simply a university, but one of the premier engineering institutions in West Africa. This is an environment that promotes learning and growth. This is UMAT, University of Mines and Technology, Takwa, Ghana. Welcome to a place where value transforms, a place where you can become a mining engineer.
I am Jessica Dankwa. I attended Infantiman Girls High School. I completed in 2013. From there, I proceeded to study chemical engineering. In 2018, I enrolled at the University of Mines and Technology, where I pursued an MPhil in minerals engineering. I currently work as a metallurgist at Abosu Goldfields Limited. As a metallurgist at Goldfields, we are in charge of the day-to-day checking of parameters to ensure that we are always within the set limits to ensure optimum recovery at the mine. I've always been fascinated about how things work, how we can have processes that can turn raw materials into valuable products. What further motivated me or inspired me were some remarkable individuals in the industry, like Dr. Catherine Kupo-Kuto, Dr. Emmanuel Bewa, Professor J.L. Dankwa. These individuals showed me how powerful and rewarding it can be to pursue a career in this field. Their guidance and encouragement played a vital role in my decision to pursue an engineering profession. UMass is the premier institution when it comes to mining and minerals related disciplines. I decided it would be the best place to further my education and also advance my knowledge in the field. The lectures are very friendly and they are open. You can go to them at any time with whatever problems or whatever questions that you have. And then they have a well-equipped lab, minerals lab. That is where I did my research work and all my lab work. My education at UMass equipped me with both theoretical foundation and then the practical skills that I needed for my work at Goldfields. In particular with the MPhil, I got a deeper understanding of mineral processing and then extractive metallurgy. And then because UMass is a research-driven and then a practical-based institution, I was able to merge what I learned in the classroom and then my everyday work at Goldfields. There are several opportunities for girls who study science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. They are young girls looking forward to making an impact, to solving problems and being innovative. I highly recommend that you choose any of the STEM programs. It helps you intellectually, it helps you to be creative, and also it helps you to make a positive impact in your society. I'd advise the young girls who have the dream of pursuing any of the STEM programs to learn very hard. When it comes to STEM, there is a space for everyone. There's a space for young women, there's a space for you. So I advise them to believe in themselves. The world needs your perspective, the world needs your ideas. You will excel in any STEM program that you decide to choose. So believe in yourself.
Good morning once again. Yes, so you're all welcome to the information session targeted at prospective applicants for the School of Petroleum Studies in this university, University of Mines and Technology. I'm in the person of Michael Kwejikunsin, the Assistant Registrar in charge of admissions. This session is targeted at School of Petroleum Studies. We started these sessions about 2 weeks ago. We did that for postgraduates. Last week, we did that of Faculty of Engineering. When I mean Faculty of Engineering, those who chose mechanical, electrical, renewable, those programs. We had the Faculty of Geosciences and Environmental Studies, those who chose geological engineering, geomatic, environmental and safety engineering, land administration, spatial planning, drilling. We had that one on the Thursday. On the Friday, we had that one for the Faculty of Mining and Minerals Technology. That one had programs like BSc Mining Engineering, BSc Minerals Engineering, and other certificate programs. Today we have the School of Petroleum Studies, and we have a resource person who will be taking us through. So we would kindly stay attentive and listen to whatever the resource person will tell us. If you have any questions, there will be floor for you to ask your questions. Before we proceed, let's kindly say a prayer. Please, we are praying. Everlasting Father, we thank you for how far you got us. We commit this session before you. Grant us the insight, both the resource person as well as participants. Grant unto us understanding. In the name of Jesus, we pray. Amen. Yes. So, as I rightly said, today is for School of Petroleum Studies. So, we will invite Mr. Seth Aigle, a faculty member, the head of faculty administration at the School of Petroleum Studies. He is the resource person for this session. So can you be attentive whatever he says? Note your questions down. There will be floor for you to ask your questions. Mr. Seth, are you feeling the floor?
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Michael Kumsi. So I'll share my screen.
It's visible.
Okay, so once again, thank you very much, and thanks for joining this particular session. I must say the school is grateful for the opportunity to meet our prospective applicants for this year. And anytime we get opportunity to meet our prospective students, it's a great opportunity for us also to introduce them to the school before they even step in. And so we welcome all of you to the school, and special greetings from the dean of the school. He was supposed to do this presentation, but he asked me to step in for him. So we welcome all of you. So what I'll do is I'll take you through a very brief history of the school before we go on to the main programs that we host at the level of the school. So my presentation this morning will touch on the history, the vision, and the core values of the school. We'll also be introducing our prospective students to the various undergraduate programs offered in the school. including the features of these programs. These programs are different from all other institutions that we know of, and so they are unique in their nature. So we want to brief you on the programs that we run and possibly the programs that you have chosen to read in UMass. We'll highlight on the teaching and learning resources. As I said, our method of teaching is quite different from some other institutions that we know of because of the nature of our programs. All our programs are engineering programs. And so it's good we introduce our prospective students to them before they even get to campus. You also learn about some of the offerings that we have in terms of internship opportunities for our students, the partnerships we have with some industry partners, and the diverse career prospects that if you read any of our programs, you are likely to end up practicing. Again, as the host said, we give opportunities to students to also ask questions or explanations if they don't understand some of the things that will be said. So once again, I encourage you to have an open mind, follow the presentation, note down your questions, and when I'm done, I'll be more than glad to take some of them and to provide more answers to you. Okay, so I begin with the school itself. So as you know, the University of Mines and Technology is a purely an engineering and science biased tech university. And so when the country discovered oil fields and we started developing those fields, the university thought it wise to introduce programs that will enable Ghanaians to also take advantage of the industry and also to benefit from the industry. Not only that, we also looked at the sub-region and we noticed that there was a huge deposit of oil fields and the market was good. And so we noted that if we are able to produce the human resource needed for the industry, they could work locally and also internationally. So in 2020, specifically in November, the university took the decision to establish a school known as the School of Petroleum Studies. At the time, funding for the school was quite a challenge. And so we decided to look around. We approached several entities, including GMPC, and they gladly accepted our proposal to set up a school within the University of Mines and Technology. And so the idea was birthed, and the school was established in November 2020. Basically set up to be a leading center of excellence in petroleum, natural gas, chemical and related engineering and management services. So in the school, all the programs that we run are related, and all these programs are specifically designed for people who desire a career in the petroleum and natural gas industry. So as I introduce you to the courses or the subjects that we run in the university, in the school, you get to know why I say they are related. Because almost all our students find themselves within a certain industry. So if you are here and you are with me with this presentation, then I presume that your idea or your desire is that you want a career or a future in the petroleum and natural gas engineering industry, which is a very fulfilling one. And so just by taking that step, we appreciate you. And for me, any students I come across who is willing and desirous of knowledge and further studies and is committed to spending time to learn, especially engineering programs, I respect them a lot. And so the school does not take your decision to join the school easily at all. We appreciate it and we value your decision to take any of our programs. So basically, we want to be an institution that provides cutting-edge education and industry-driven. Industry-driven because we are saying that all our programs must be relevant in the industry. And so even the designing of our programs, we go into industry, we look out for their challenges, we come back, sit down, and put together the programs that we run. So the programs that we run are not just programs that have been designed to get students to come and read and go in terms of the theory, but we want students who will be relevant in the industry. Within these 5 years, if you noticed, we've had quite some publicity because of the activities that we participate in. If you've heard of the gas challenge, this year it didn't come on. We've not heard anything so far, but we are hoping that when we enter next year to come on again. We've won it continuously for 3 years. And if you read around the challenge, you know that we are a force to reckon with. Apart from that, we also participate in several international programs and we keep winning awards. We have international students from all over West Africa and some even beyond. And so you have the opportunity to also meet students from other sectors and regions of our continent. Okay, so the school as it is, currently we have 3 academic departments. And these 3 academic departments are the department that hosts our programs. So the school itself is the whole set, and then the subset is the department, and the departments are in charge of the programs. So that depending on the program you decide to read, you'll find yourself under each of these 3 departments. So we have Petroleum and Natural Gas Engineering Department. We also have the Department of Petroleum Geosciences Engineering, and then our 3rd department is the Chemical and Petrochemical Engineering. Our vision is to become an internationally recognized center of excellence in research. Because we are an academic institution, we want to be innovative in the things that we do and want to produce quality world-class professionals, of course, in the areas that we've already talked about. So this definitely tells us that our mission is dedicated to providing, again, industry-driven research, comprehensive training programs that will equip students with the proper skills that they need to be able to also gainfully be employed and to also be useful to the society and the country in general. Because we are part of UMAT, our values align with that of the institution. And so we believe in knowledge, truth, excellence, accountability, integrity, equity, inclusivity, and diversity. So I guess we understand all this. So if you need explanation on any of them also, you can note it down and we can explain it to you as we go on. Okay. So these are the programs that we run. Currently, we have 5 undergraduate programs, 1 postgraduate program, and then 1 certificate program. But for the purpose of this presentation, I'll focus on the undergraduate programs that we run. And the first one is BSc Petroleum Engineering. In fact, this is our main program at the school, which is our hot cake. Everybody wants to read petroleum engineering. It's very, very competitive. Very competitive. Very competitive. So sorry for the interruption. So BSc Petroleum Engineering is our main program. And the program aims at providing firm grounding in concepts of petroleum engineering disciplines and related courses to reflect the complicated and fast evolving technologies employed in petroleum exploration. So what we are saying is that we've sat down, studied the terrain, and noted that the petroleum engineering terrain is very lucrative. but you need the right set of skills to be able to function in the industry. And so this program was designed to produce or to equip students with skills that are needed to be able to create and also apply innovative technologies in the petroleum industry. And this will help us also to meet the local content of all the international agreements that we've signed. We want Ghanaians to own the oil industry that we operate in. And so we are producing petroleum engineers who will be able to function and take charge. And wherever they go, they should be recognized as very efficient and very productive human resources. But basically the program, when we say somebody is a petroleum engineering, we are saying that it's studying petroleum engineering. We are saying that it's a field where you are equipped or you undertake activities which are related to the production of hydrocarbons. You know, we have huge deposits of hydrocarbons, and how do we bring them out? How do we process them? How do we transport them? And how do we make them useful for the use of man? And so this program will introduce you to that and take you through the necessary skills that you need to be able to function in the industry. So if you are done with the program, you become a petroleum engineer. And this program is hosted under the Department of Petroleum and Natural Gas Engineering. In the same department, we also have BSc Natural Gas Engineering. Once we have discovered the petroleum, we have processed it, there's also a product that comes out of it, and that is the natural gas. How do we also get people to also work in this industry? So we've designed this program to provide firm grounding in the concept of natural gas engineering disciplines and related courses to reflect the technologies that are employed in exploration, processing, transportation, and marketing of natural gas. And this is very, very important because if you don't have the required human resource with this knowledge, you will be producing oil all right, but you only be flaring the gas. You can't produce it. And we know how costly and how expensive natural gas is today to industries and even to domestic households. So this will help us also to meet our industrial and domestic consumption needs for this gas. And this also, as I said, a program under the Department of Petroleum and Natural Gas Engineering. That department holds two programs, and these are the two programs. Then, in the Department of Petroleum Geosciences and Engineering, we have BSc Petroleum Geoscience and Engineering. And this program aims at providing sound theoretical and practical grounding for students to be functional in any industrial and research environment. So when we say somebody is studying petroleum geosciences, what are we looking at? So this will take you into the discovery and how to bring out the crude. So they usually work onshore where they do the discovery of the oil fields, and then whatever goes into how to bring it out of the ground before it gets into the processing plants. So these are the knowledge that will enable you to also work in that industry. So you can become a geologist, geophysicist, or geochemistry. These are some of the courses that you do. In fact, they are major things that you study when you decide to read petroleum geosciences and engineering. Then we also have BSc Petroleum Refining and Petrochemical Engineering. So this program is a program hosted by the Chemical and Petrochemical Engineering Department. And we are running this program to provide prospective students like you with firm knowledge in the concept of refining and petrochemical engineering. And of course, we'll also be doing some related courses. And we expect that when you end up in the industry, you should be able to work along the processing chain. So when the crude comes out, what do we do to it for it to be useful for man? So you will be studying in that area. It is also to help us meet the desire of several prospective students. You know, a lot of students want to be in the industry, downstream. They don't want to go onshore. So this is a very good area you can work with in industries that process or refine the crude that we produce. Then in the same department, we also have the BSc Chemical Engineering. This program again is very, very competitive. Very competitive in the sense that every year, every academic year, we have huge number of students who want to read chemical engineering, basically because knowledge in chemical engineering gives you access to so many industries. So you are able to function and work in so many industries who require chemical engineers. And it's quite also very lucrative if you find yourself in the industry. So it's quite competitive, and we have a lot of students who want to read that. But the program will help you by equipping you with the foundation of scientific and technical knowledge that is required to function in the industry and allied industries also. So if you decide to read this program, you are likely to take courses related to critical thinking, problem-solving skills, sustainable vision, and the rest. You can also have some professional training in leadership qualities and comm skills. So we encourage students to be open-minded, and whatever program they end up reading, they give it their all, because all the programs are very relevant to industry and the nation as a whole. Now, for the 5 programs that I've just taken you through, for you to qualify to read any of these programs, we require that you get at least credits in 6 subjects. Out of these 6 subjects, 3 are core and 3 are elective subjects. So we require you to have a very good grade in physics, elective maths, and chemistry. Then the core subjects, English, core maths, and integrated science. The requirement is that you should have very good grades in especially the electives, because these are engineering programs and they are sometimes quite demanding. And so if you have a very sound grounding in physics, elective maths, and chemistry, then you should be ready to go. You won't have much challenges with our programs. Our programs are not difficult, but they are quite challenging if you don't have the right mindset and the right approach. And so we try to encourage students to have the right mindset, the right approach, and our staff will be ready to guide them. We've had very average students coming to this university to read some of our programs, and they exit becoming the best in those areas that they studied in. And so we are very strong on studying hard and working hard so that you wouldn't have difficulties reading any of our programs. So that's the first advice I give you. Whatever program you end up reading, you must give it your all, because engineering programs are quite challenging, but not difficult. Okay. Now, if you read the 5 programs that we've gone through, you are likely to find yourself being specialized in any of them. Now, if you read petroleum engineering and natural gas engineering, I'll take you through some of the career possibilities and some of the industries that you can find yourself working in. So petroleum engineering and natural gas engineering, as I said, are quite related, but they are not the same. They are very distinct. So we'll look at some of the areas that concern petroleum engineering, and then we'll also look at natural gas engineering. So if you study BSc Petroleum Engineering, you are likely to become a petroleum geologist, and your work will be to look for oil and oil fields and how to bring them out. And when they come up, then we'll have the production engineer also helping to process it. Then you can also be a reservoir engineer, where we store our oil after refinery before they go out into the markets. Of course, you can be a petroleum engineer, and that is the main course. You can also be a drilling engineer. It's an area you can specialize in. So petroleum engineering is quite a huge field. And as you progress to third year, fourth year, your lecturers will guide you to the specific areas within petroleum engineering where you can specialize and become an expert in. So we have drilling engineers, and they will be focused on how to drill if it's onshore or offshore, how to bring the crude ready for processing. Then you can also become a petroleum geophysicist. They also work in the industry. You can also become a liquefied natural gas production and handling engineer, pipeline transportation engineers, natural gas modeling and simulation engineers. So the field is quite huge, and you can find yourself in any of these areas that we've mentioned. And of course, there are others. So again, we advise students that when you get admission and you are offered a program, if that program is your first choice and you were offered to read that program, thank your God, but don't go to sleep. We advise that you read around the subjects, the industry, before you come to campus. It helps. But when you are in a class and our lecturers are talking to you and they are teaching, they are lecturing, if you have a background knowledge, it makes understanding very easy. So read around the programs that you've decided to read and have much knowledge about it. So if you get to hold any of the titles we've mentioned, you are likely to find yourself in the Ministry of Energy and Petroleum, Energy Commission, Ghana National Gas Company, Ghana Petroleum Authority. You can work in educational institutions and become a researcher or even a lecturer, as we have them here. You can work in oil and gas and servicing companies, environmental protection agencies, chemical and allied companies. They are there. You have petroleum engineers there. Financial institutions, advising banks who want to fund drilling operations or petroleum projects on the viability of such proposals. Also, you can find yourselves in any government institution or even NGOs. You can work in such industries. So that is for the petroleum engineering and natural gas engineering. Then again, for petroleum geosciences, you can become exploration geologist, production or development geologist, exploration geophysicist, and development geophysicist, among others. Now, as I said, the courses that we offer are so broad that we give you the general preparation, and as you head towards the end of the program, the lecturers will guide you as to the area you have to specialize in. So you have petroleum geology, geoscience as a major course, but within it, there are several areas where by the time you get to third year, you would have been exposed to all the areas, and then you decide the specific area where you want to specialize. Again, chemical and petrochemical, and then petroleum refining and petrochemical engineering. You can also become a researcher, helping to design ways of processing crude and the rest. But broadly, these are the industries where, with a chemical engineering background, you can work in. You have soap and detergents, polymers and plastic companies. You can work in paper industry, food and drinks and beverages, the cement industry, mineral processing, water treatment production, pharmaceutical industries, metals, garments, textiles, fertilizer. In fact, as I said, as for chemical engineering, you won't read this course and stay home and say you are unemployed. You only do that because you want to be choosy. You don't want to work in industries where you think they don't pay well. But if you go through this program after 4 years, you should be able to to work in any industry and even set up your own chemical workshop or industry, or decide to set up on your own but render services to established companies. We also encourage and train students who also want to be entrepreneurial. So apart from all that we've said, you can also find yourself in multinational and independent petroleum exploration production companies, universities. We talked about that, petroleum services. All these are areas where even chemical engineers who can also end up. So as I said, our programs are such that you can have a petroleum engineer working in the chemical industry, and you can have a chemical engineer also working in the petroleum industry. They are all related, from offshore to onshore, downstream to upstream. So we train all our students. The school is specifically for that, and so it's holistic. Now, when we come to teaching and learning, our environment is such that we employ different approaches. It's not like the classroom work from stage 1 to stage 2, and then you complete. No, we are comprehensive. We blend our teaching methods to ensure that everybody is catered for. So you attend lectures, depending on the number of times in a week. It could be 3, it could be 4, it could be 5 days in the week. You'll be taking through tutorials where your lecturers will meet you one-on-one or even a group and take you through the coursework that you've done and make sure everybody understands. There will be periods on your timetable where you will have lab work. You visit the lab to do some practicals. There will be opportunities for field visitations to visit industry and to gain practical experience. We also have online platforms that sometimes you'll be required to have lectures or have meetings online. So you know that we combine a lot of approaches, because research tells us that the engineering program is not courses that you need to sit in class always and learn, but they should be blended so that our students get the benefits, the full benefits of the courses. Aside this, we assign each of our students what we call academic tutors. In fact, they are advisors who will guide you from first year. As soon as you get admission and you report, we will assign you to a lecturer. This lecturer has full knowledge of the program you are reading and is in a position to advise you and help you throughout the challenges that you face on campus. And so they will guide you. If you have challenges, they are the first point of call. You talk to them and they will be ready to assist you. If they are unable to assist you, they will direct you to where you will get the needed help. And so we encourage students to take full advantage of them. The university also has a counseling unit where, if it becomes necessary, we refer our students, or students can easily walk there to talk to them about any issue and every issue at all that is affecting their learning. Assessment is also continuous. You don't write one test and we grade you by that. No, you do assignments, you write quizzes, you do project works, you are expected to write reports, then you do mid-semester exams and final examinations. We put all this together before we grade you. So we tell you, in this subject, you have A, B, or C, or D, based on different aspects that we measure. So you see that even if you had a challenge in a quiz and you do well in the exams, you'll be able to cover up. Those who are good with their hands, they'll be doing very well with the projects. And if you put together a very good report, you get your marks. So it's not the one-off exams that you know of. If you write it once, you fail and you fail. No, we give you so many opportunities to be able to do well. Apart from this, if you write an exams and you don't do so well because of one issue or the other, we give you an opportunity to resit the paper. You can write. If you don't do well in the resit again, the lecturers will help you to write it again the third time. And so we don't just discard students. No, we help every student along the way, because we believe that everyone has the potential to become great. We have modern labs and library. In fact, our school is the only school and faculty on campus which has its own library, apart from the university library. The university have a very main library, which is very big and accommodates everybody. But within the School of Petroleum Studies, we have our own library where you have most of the resources that you need for your course. We also encourage students to join clubs and associations. And so we have a very vibrant students association for our students. If you are admitted into the school, you are expected to join the Petroleum Students Association, which is an umbrella association. If you are reading specific courses, they also have their associations, and we expect that you also join them. We have career services. At least once a year, we organize them to expose students to the world of work before they graduate. We also have mentorship programs. As I said, your academic tutors will be your mentors for each of the programs that you are reading. You also go on field trips. You also be doing some other extracurricular activities. So it's not always about the classroom work, but you must also have time to do other things. For example, we also have what we call the Time with our industry partners, which at the end of every year we organize for our graduating students, where we bring companies to the school to interact with our students, to give them the opportunities to also apply to their companies after national service. So these are basically some of the pictures of some of the field visitations that we've done. Those you are seeing are students visiting a plant, having a hands-on learning approach. We also have a lot of exchange programs where some of our students go to represent us in international competitions and presentations. So for this one, last 2 years, one of our students was in the US as part of the robotics competition, which we won for Africa region, and then we came at least third in the world. So we are doing very well by all standards. These are some works by students of the school. Poster presentations is also part of the coursework. Depending on the program you are reading, you could be taking part in some of this. Then we give opportunity for our students to do internships and industrial attachments. We expect that by the time you complete the program, at least you should go through 2 practical internship or attachments. So we have placements that we do at the level of the school, but because of the huge numbers of students that we have, we also encourage students to go out, look for companies on their own, and as soon as they are ready to accept you, we'll generate a letter for you to enable you to also go and do the internship. So we have collaborations with so many companies that we know of. And so our graduates are always on the field. When we were looking at the programs, I intentionally didn't talk about the fee structure because I knew I needed to take my time to stress on this. Of all the programs in the school and the university, there's one program that is fee paying. We don't have regular for that program. And that program is petroleum engineering. It is fee paying because bringing out graduates who specialize in petroleum engineering is quite capital intensive. And so the demand for financial resources is huge. And so students who are given this program or decide to read this program pay the full fees. It's not subsidized by the government. And so you have to pay full fees. All the other programs, you have regular programs that you can read. You pay the normal fees. But if it's a fee paying, as in petroleum engineering, it means you are likely to pay twice the regular admission fee. And I'm sure the admissions office will let you know the admission fees that you are supposed to pay. But for petroleum engineering, it is fee paying. We also have opportunities for scholarships and financial aid to students who might be struggling financially. And when those opportunities are available, the university will make them available, you apply, you are shortlisted, you go through the process, and you could be given scholarship to read the program. But it is not automatic because all our scholarship programs are very, very competitive. So, but there are opportunities for scholarship that if you have difficulties, you can apply to, and you may get scholarship for your program. As I bring my presentation to an end, I must thank you very much, but also to give you our official lines and to let you know that we are always open and ready for any enquiries relating to any of the programs that we run. And we encourage you to call if you have any difficulties or any challenges as you desire to join us. We look forward to seeing you, and hopefully I'll see you around in January. And if you're able to make it to read any of our programs, when you come, kindly look out for me. Just ask of the school registrar and you'll be directed to me, and tell me where you joined my presentation and you wanted to come and say hello, and I'll be glad to also receive you. Thank you very much, and I will hand over to the host, and if there are any questions, I'll gladly attend to them. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Setaiple, for that insightful presentation. Yeah, so as I already said, we have questions and answers time. Kindly note down your questions, but we will show this video. Write down your questions as we are done with this video. It's about 3 minutes video. Once we are done, you raise your hand if you want to ask a question. You raise your hand if you want to ask a question. We call you, we ask you to unmute, then you mute and ask a question. So let's watch this video. Yeah.
Hola, my name is Joanna Maria Wokire Sono. I'm from Equatorial Guinea, and I'm currently doing my bachelor degree in petroleum in the University of Mines and Technology, Takwa. I schooled in Nigeria in Handmaid's Matade Girls Secondary School, Obube. The reason why I chose petroleum engineering was because I come from a country where we have a lot of oil. So I decided to come to UMass to come and do my program in petroleum engineering because I had friends who have been in Ghana and they know about the university. So they told me that's the best university in West Africa. So if I have to do petroleum engineering, so why can't I come to the best university? So my relationship with the lecturers, they have been good since my level 100. They teach us well. If you don't understand, they can come back again. They always have time for you. You can meet them whenever you don't understand something. I come from a country, they are cool, they are where we have a lot of oil. So I decided to come to UMass to come and I currently stay in KT Hall. They are good. The porters are good. They cater for your needs. So if you face a problem in your hostel, so you just have to meet them and they will find a solution for you. And I have a lot of friends, Ghanaian friends. They are okay, they are cool with us. They help us in some stuffs. So there are a lot of Ghanaian dishes. The ones I love, like wache, gobe. So I really enjoy them. So I mostly eat it every day. So being a student, especially an international student in the University of Mines and Technology, you're entitled to many kinds of benefits. Like we go on field trips. I've been to Zen Petroleum and I've been to Expro at Takoradi, and we go along with our lecturer and a supervisor, and they take us with the school bus. And being there, going on field trips, we can get the contact from the people working in the particular company, and maybe from there, who knows, anything can happen. In terms of safety, I would say we are safe on campus because we have security guards and we have the porters, so we are really safe on campus. Moving about, you can move like late hours and you are safe. So about the safety, you don't have to worry about it. And also about getting groceries, like going to the supermarket or to the market, it's just close by, so you don't face any problems with it. It makes your staying on campus easier for you. So my dear friends, I would love to encourage you to come to UMass because, as I've said, that is the best university in engineering in West Africa. So you have to come to this school. Mis amigos, me gustaría que vengáis aquí porque es la buena oportunidad que podéis tener y gracias a Dios, Él es el Todopoderoso, me gustaría que estéis aquí. Que tengáis un buen día. Gracias. Hasta luego. Hola, my name is Joanna Maria Bokiresono. I'm from Equatorial Guinea and I'm currently doing my bachelor degree in petroleum in the University of Mines and Technology, Takwa. I schooled in Nigeria in Handmaid's Matade Girls Secondary School, Obube. The reason why I chose petroleum engineering was because I come from a country where we have a lot of oil. So I decided to come to UMass to come and do my program in petroleum engineering because I had friends who have been in Ghana and they know about the university. So they told me that is the best university in West Africa. So if I have to do petroleum engineering, so why can't I come to the best university? So my relationship with the lecturers, they have been good since my level 100. They teach us well. If you don't understand, they can come back again. They always have time for you. You can meet them whenever you don't understand something. So they are cool, they are loving. As an international student, it's easy to get accommodation. I currently stay in KT Hall. They are good, the porters are good, they cater for your needs. So if you face a problem in your hostel, so you just have to meet them and they will find a solution for you. And I have a lot of friends, Ghanaian friends. They are okay, they are cool with us. They help us in some stuffs. So there are a lot of Ghanaian dishes. The ones I love, like wache, gobe. So I really enjoy them. So I mostly eat it every day. So being a student, especially an international student in the University of Mines and Technology, you're entitled to many kinds of benefits. Like we go on field trips. I've been to Zen Petroleum and I've been to Expro at Takoradi, and we go along with our lecturer and a supervisor and they take us with the school bus. And being there, going on field trips, we can get the contact from the people working in the particular company, and maybe from there, who knows, anything can happen. In terms of safety, I would say we are safe on campus because we have security guards and we have the porters, so we are really safe on campus. Moving about, you can move like late hours and you are safe. So about the safety. Él es el Todopoderoso. Me gustaría que estéis aquí.
Okay, thank you very much. I believe the video was helpful. So we can now proceed and ask our questions. I can see Richie, your hand is up. Kindly unmute and ask your question. Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Can you speak up a bit?
Okay.
Hello.
Hello. So I was asking that I know the first batch admissions are for students who already had their results maybe from last year or from previous years, right? That's for the first batch admissions. Am I right?
Please continue with your
Hello.
question.
Hello. So my question is, so if such a student misses admissions in the first batch, is there a possibility that he could be admitted in the second batch or maybe the third batch or something? Or that's it for the person?
Okay, noted. Zoom, Zoom, please, you mention your name, then you ask a question. Zoom user, please unmute and ask a question. Hello. I think a participant with the name Zoom user, please unmute and ask a question. Zoom user, please unmute yourself and ask your question. You can ask your question, please. Okay. I think, I don't know whether he's having difficulty. Francis Kakari, please unmute and ask your question. Francis. Please unmute and ask your question. Francis Kakari. Okay. I can see CK. CK, please unmute and ask your question. Emmanuel.
Hello.
Please. Yes.
So
Please.
I'm CK.
Okay, please ask your question.
Please, I applied for Bachelor's of Petroleum Engineering as my first choice,
Okay.
and I had it successfully. But then my parents are complaining that it's fee paying. So I want to ask that now that it's fee paying, is there any way that I can reapply and then get either my second choice or any other that's not fee paying?
Okay. Okay, so we will answer you.
Okay, thank you.
I can see Ajay Listo. Please unmute and ask your question. Ajay Listo. Please unmute. Please, once I mention your name, I ask you to, I will send you a message for you to unmute. So kindly click on that message, then you unmute and ask your question. CK, please mute yourself, please. CK. Emmanuel, you are unmuted. Click, ask your question, please. Ajay Listo, please go ahead and ask your question. Ajay, listen well. Please, you are unmuted. Please ask your question. Okay. Please, Zoom user, your hand is up. Kindly unmute. I've sent you a message. Kindly unmute it and ask a question. Zoom user. Okay. It seems they're having difficulty. Please, once I call your name, as I send you a message on your Zoom, click on it and unmute yourself, then ask your question. Okay. So I can see two hands still up. Yes. So Zoom user, I've sent you a message now. Can you unmute and ask your question? Lambo, kindly unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hello.
Yes, please ask your question.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Please, I applied for petroleum engineering and I have gotten it successfully. But we're having problems with the payments and stuffs. Especially with the school fees, because there was no, from the list of the programs, mine wasn't listed on it for the banks to be able to pay the school fees.
So
Because
for
the
the
programs there was no petroleum engineering.
Are you sure?
Yeah, from the list, computer science and the rest, but from the forms I printed, there was no petroleum engineering.
Okay.
And also they gave me, they wrote something like Magdal Optimum Hostel, but there was no bank details for that hostel too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll check it out. I'll attend to your concern. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Emmanuel, ask a question,
Hello,
please.
good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Please, I applied for chemical engineering. That is my first choice, and it was successful. But the problem is it's fee paying, and to raise finance for it is quite, a difficulty in that. So I'm asking if there will be any way if I can select another course apart from the chemical engineering because of the fees. And also, I was assigned to a hall which named SME Hostel. I'm trying to research, but no valuable information about the hostel.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Okay. So if I want to get clear, in terms of you said you had chemical engineering teaching,
Yes,
and
please.
what do you want us to do?
Maybe changing it to a different course so that I will be able to afford for it. I actually don't know on what requirements I was given the fee paying. So if possible, let me know of the fee, the requirement too.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Well noted. I can see Adelaide. Yeah, yeah. Please unmute yourself and ask your question. No, can you mute yourself now? Yeah, yeah. Please ask your question. Yeah, yeah. Adelaide, please mute yourself, unmute yourself and ask your question.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Please, I saw online that the petroleum engineering students go on field trips in and out of the country. And I want to ask,
Hello, yeah, yeah. Where you are,
hello,
can you stand well and ask your question, please?
can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. So I saw online that the petroleum engineering students they go on field trips in and out of the country. And I'm asking if they actually go out of the country for the field trips.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that's it. Listowell, yes. Listowell, again, Listowell, please unmute and ask your question. Again, Listowell, ask your question, please. Okay. Zoom user, I think your hand is still up. Please unmute and ask your question. Okay. Okay. So I think I don't know whether they have any challenges, but let me attempt answering the questions that have come so far. I think Mr. said, I think maybe you take us through the last part, the third test for petroleum engineering outside the country, but I'll take the others, then you take up the last part. Yes. Okay. So the first question, I think Richie wanted to know whether can someone be admitted after this batch of admission? Yes, someone can still be admitted. You know, once your result is available, the admission that you did for the first batch is for all applicants whose result, in terms of who are having results ready. So assuming you completed school 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, whether NOVET or the main school exams, once you have results available, it is based on that you gave the first batch of admission. So there will be a second batch of admission targeted as awaiting, but it doesn't mean it's only for the awaiting. It's for all applicants who are having results available. So can you take note? So it's likely there will be another batch of admission, and this one it gives who are waiting as well as those who are having results readily available now who haven't gotten admission. So can you take note of that? I think the second person was asking about he had gotten petroleum engineering, but he wants other regular programs. Unfortunately, that can't be done. You know, once you have applied and made a selection, before you even submit your application, you are asked to go through everything. So once you go through it and you are certain that this is what I want, once you gain admission, you can't change it again because there's a policy that you don't change programs that you've been admitted to. You kindly take note. So the person asking about petroleum engineering changing to regular, unfortunately, that can't be done. A third person also wants to know the account number for the petroleum engineering, and he's saying that there's no list in terms of the admissions. There is no account details for petroleum engineering. Please, kindly check again. There are documents for you to download. There is three attachments for you to download. It contains the account details for all the programs. The account details for all the programs. So kindly take note of it and check it accordingly. Because as you rightly said, I just checked and I can see it there. I can see it on the portal. Maybe you downloaded a wrong document, which is not for you. You downloaded the CITAD document and not the TAPA document. So kindly check it. The information is there. The account detail for School of Petroleum Studies, which is for chemical engineering, petroleum geosciences. Everything has been stated on that document. So kindly take note. Go back to that same portal again. The ones you download the documents. There is one for TAPA fee schedule, and you see petroleum engineering, the account details. And then the bank is Consolidated Bank of Ghana. And when you are paying anywhere, you can indicate the branch as TAPA. So kindly take note. Yes, I think another person also asking about chemical engineering, that he has gotten a chemical fitting and you want a change. Unfortunately, that can be done. Once you gain admission, you can't change the program. I think that same person also asked about the hostel, SNE hostel. Yes, so once you get admission, you give me the fee schedule. There's a contact number there. So kindly call the number for information about that hostel. We have the university halls, the Gold Refinery Hall, the Chamber of Mines Hall, the KT Hall. These are the traditional university halls. But there are hostels. They give you their contacts. So the documents you see there are contacts. So kindly call for any other information you want for that hostel. So take note of the information given and act accordingly. Mr. Said, if you can pick up the field trips for petroleum engineers out inside and outside the country, can you take it up for me? If you can respond to that. Mr. Ifle, I don't know whether, okay, I think he's having a challenge. Okay,
Okay, thank you very much.
okay.
Yes, so our petroleum engineering students do travel in and out of the country on field trips. In fact, on several occasions, we've been to Port Harcourt in Nigeria, which is a hub for oil and gas exploration and processing. And so they have. The challenge has been the cost that is involved. Because sometimes, usually they will spend not less than a week there, and the food, accommodation, the transportation is supposed to be borne by the students. And so all things being equal, as the dollar rate keeps coming down, if we have a favorable economy and the cost becomes reasonable, we do and we can send students outside the country. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Okay, I think I can see another hand up. iPhone, please unmute and ask a question. Good afternoon, I can hear you. Can you start a bit faster? A bit better, but it's still low. You're asking?
Hello.
Yes, hello. Please go
Please, can you
ahead.
hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. Please ask your question. Okay, I think he's having some challenges. Richie, Richie, please unmute and ask your question.
Okay. Yeah, I asked the same question here, but I think when you answered, I got distracted. So now the question was that I know the first batch is for, I don't know if it's true, but the first batch is for students that had their results from last year. Mm. And now I'm asking if you've missed the admissions for the first batch, is it possible that we can see our names in the second batch or third batch? I mean, we can appear in the second or third batches, even though we had our results already, and then we should be in the first batch.
So I'm answering that. Yes, so this admission that you released was for everyone who has applied to the university who is having the results available. So once you have done that, the other batches, assuming maybe you applied earlier, let's say June, July, or August, but you haven't gained admission yet. Once you are doing the second batch, you consider all of them again, all applicants again. So it's likely, though you've not gotten in the first batch, it's likely you can get admission in the second or the other batches. Is am I understanding?
Yes, yes. Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Your hand is, please ask your question. Ajay Lusowo, please ask your question. Okay, I think, I don't know whether he's having challenges. Please ask your question. You have unmuted yourself. Please ask. iPhone,
Hello.
please ask. Yes, you are clear now.
Yeah. So please, I was asking about the deadline for the payment of the fees. I wanted to know if you are not able to make it and the second admission is out, you'll be given the opportunity to now make payments for your admission now.
Okay, I didn't answer you clearly. You know, your admission letter, they said that you are supposed to pay this fee by this deadline, I think 4th December, because there are a lot of people on the waiting list waiting for admission. So once you don't pay by that deadline, you have lost the offer. Am I understood?
Yes, please.
Pay the fee by that timeline, you've lost the offer because there are others who are also waiting. So once you pay your fee, you have secured the offer. But if you don't pay, you have lost the offer. So can you take note of that?
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Emmanuel, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Okay, so I want to ask about the payment. Where I live, the bank issued in the admission letter is Consolidated Bank Ghana, but where I live, there's no branch there. And through my research, I got to know that to make a payment, I have to travel all the way to Kufuridua to do my payments. And I want to ask if there's any other way I can do the payment to the school.
The place, there is no other way. You're supposed to pay to that bank. There is no other way.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, so Ajay, still your hand is up. Kindly unmute yourself and ask your question. Okay, I don't know whether he's having a challenge there. Icon, your hand is still up. Do you have another question? Kindly unmute and ask.
Yes. When you say there's no other way, it means I have to travel to Kufuridua to do the payment, right?
Yeah, how to do that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Amaya,
Yes,
please,
please.
please ask your question.
Yeah, please. I have three questions. When I print, I got the admission, but when I print out the admission letter, there was no bank statement or account for me to send the money. And thirdly, I got free training. Yeah, I got free training. I want to know if the money can be found. This is what the government said that first year students money will be found later.
Okay,
Money.
okay. Okay, so there's no account number. That's the question you asked. Please, then it implies you didn't download all the documents you're supposed to download. Once you get admission, there are about 4 documents you have to download in addition to your admission letter. There are 4 documents you have to download in addition to your admission letter. One of them is your admission letter. The second is your acceptance letter. You have the items list, the items you are supposed to use for your program. There is also fee schedule for your program, and there's SRC letter. So all these documents, you have to download them. Once you download only the admission letter, there's no other information there. You have to download all the other documents there. The account details, everything is there. So make sure you go back to your portal and download the other documents. Take note of it. Okay. You also asked about the no fees press. Yes. Those who are currently in first year going to second year, they benefited from no fees press. Once they pay their fee, the government paid an amount of money for them. So we don't know the amount the government will pay in the coming year, which is from January on. It's likely you can get either full or part of the amount, depending on the amount they are paying. So take note of that. Okay. Please, if you ask your question, can you lower your hand? Okay. I think there are some questions on YouTube. You can take from there. Someone is asking, can I change from petroleum engineering to electrical since it's petroleum is keeping? Another person is asking, is the second batch of admission for awaiting students only? I think another person is asking, can home econ students study petroleum engineering? These are 3 questions I've seen on the YouTube. Yes. So we respond to them accordingly. Yes. So once you gain admission, as I explained earlier, you can't change. You can't change. Once you gain that, once you completed the application, you submitted your application, you can't change any program again. And once you also gain admission, you can't change your program. So take note of it. And the second person is asking is the second batch for awaiting students for leave. As I explained earlier, the second batch is for all applicants who are having results. So if whether you are waiting or you have your results readily available now, but you not get admission, you can still get admission. The third question is asking about can home econ students study petroleum engineering? Per the screen now, you can see that the entry requirement for all our programs is there. English, Math, Science for the core, Physics, Elective Math, Chemistry for the electives. So, home econs, some are having management engineering, GKA, some are doing economics, some are doing biology, food and nutrition. So you don't have physics, you don't have elective math, you don't have chemistry. So technically, for the subjects that home econ students have, they don't qualify, but they don't have physics, elective math, and chemistry. However, we have the arts to engineering program or the pre-engineering program. It's for the non-science, the non-pure sciences. They can do that program for a year. Once you pass that program, you can pass through that route and be admitted towards the petroleum engineering and the other programs at the School of Petroleum Studies. So take note of that. So home econs, you can come straight, you can pass through the arts engineering, or better still, you can go and write the NOVET. You can go and write the NOVET, do physics, elective math and chemistry, then add English math science that you already have, and you can use these two results to apply for the petroleum engineering. So these are another routes. These are another routes you can pass through. Yes. So these are how the questions are seen from our YouTube. The questions from the YouTube page. Yes, I can see Nanaya. I think your hand is still up. Please ask a question or mute and ask a question. Okay, I can see Ofe Kranti Odonko. Yes,
Yes. Good morning.
yeah.
Please, my question is regarding the fees. There was a deadline. So if you are not able to meet the deadline due to some financial constraints, what will happen?
Okay. So that is, I think that's the same question the other person asked. I think
Okay.
Nanayo asked.
I just
So,
joined, that's why.
okay. So the deadline is 4th December for the first batch of admission. So, there is a clause in admission that I think saying that after the deadline, the space will be given to the next person on the waiting list because there are a lot of people who have also applied. So if you don't pay your fee, meaning you haven't secured the offer given. So meaning technically you lost the offer. So you can't take note of it. But if there's a peculiar reason, you can contact the school and the school can make an alternative arrangement with you only. So that's a peculiar reason. But you're supposed to pay by the 4th December. Emmanuel, I think your hand is still up. Unmute and ask your question. Emmanuel, please unmute and ask your question.
Okay, so I want to ask that
Hello, Emmanuel. Hello, Emmanuel. Okay. I think I don't know whether you're having an issue. Nanaya, is your hand still up?
Yes, please.
Please ask your question.
Yeah. About the deadline, I stay around UMass, and I want to know if I should pay the hostel fee or I can leave that out.
So, yes, that's one too. Since you are around, you can decide to pay only the fees, only the school fees, which is the AQS, yeah, and find your own accommodation.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay.
Hello.
Emmanuel,
Hello.
yes, you are audible.
Okay, please, I want to ask that the policy being issued, no fee stress policy, does it include both the regular students and then fee paying students?
To the best of my knowledge, I think last year they paid an amount of money for the fee paying. I don't know whether it's still the same for the next session. To the best of my knowledge, I know they pay some amount for the fee paying student too. But you
Okay.
can read more about it from the no fees, their website. You can contact them and read more about it.
Please come again.
I said last year I know they paid an amount of money for fee paying students, but
Okay,
as
okay.
for payments or part payment, I have no idea. But you can read more about them from the student loan trust fund. They are handle the no fee stress. You can read more about it and know whether you pay for or not. So you can read.
Please, okay, please, can I access the students loan trust on the web page, the university web page?
And when you go to just go to Google and type student loan trust fund. It's a
All
body
right.
as an entity on its own, not in the university. Though they have an
Okay.
office, but you can read more about them. Okay. Okay. iPhone. iPhone. Please unmute and ask your question.
Hello.
Yes, you're audible.
Please, I want to ask for the deadline. Is it for only the academic facility user fee, or is both the hostel and the fees?
So if facing by that line, it implies that you are searching for your own accommodation. So the deadline applies to both the accommodation and the fees. But if you don't pay for the accommodation after the deadline, then it implies that you are searching for your own accommodation. That is the implication. But if you've gotten a hostel, you can call. That's the reason that's the contact of the hostels to you. So you can call them for any further discussion you may have with them. Is that noted? Okay. I can see Zoom user. Yes. So we have two Zoom users. Please unmute and ask your question. Please unmute and ask your question.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Please, my name is Francis, and
Okay.
I want to ask that concerning the bank account details for the payment of fees, is it compulsory to go and pay at a branch of the bank stated on the form?
Okay. Okay. Please, there are other questions or the other questions? Okay. So I think the clarity with that is, you can pay anywhere, just as the branch of that bank. Assuming you are in Koforidua and you want to pay, you don't need to come to Tapa before and pay here. No, you can pay wherever you find yourself. Once there's a branch there, But when you are filling the form, you indicate the branch as TAPA because the account was created in TAPA. So once you are filling the form or filling the bank form, they'll ask you for a branch. That is why you are supposed to write TAPA as the branch. It's not that you are supposed to come to TAPA and do the payments. No. You can pay anywhere there's a branch of that bank. Is that understood? Okay. Emmanuel, I think you asked a question.
Yeah. So someone asked earlier about paying the academics and then the wholesale fee. And if you didn't pay, what will happen? And I want to ask that, like, if you pay just the academic fees, that is the school fees, without paying the hostel fee, will they forfeit your admission?
No, you not forfeit your admission, but you have to search for your own accommodation.
Oh, okay.
And because the fees, the school fees is for the school, the and where you are residing, that's the accommodation, the RFA.
Yeah.
And that is the implication. So if you pay for the union for your own accommodation and go and sleep there. Okay. I think we have Zoom user. Please unmute yourself and ask a question. I think these are the only hands I can see. Zoom user, please unmute yourself and ask your question. Okay. Affair granting your uncle. I think you've asked a question before, but ask your final question.
Please, I want to know the host. Which one is closer to the petroleum engineering department?
Okay, so the halls, we have Chamber of Mines Hall, we have PT Hall. These two halls are closer to the School of Petroleum Studies. Okay, thank you. Okay, I think someone sent a message on the Zoom that please, where are we supposed to pay our fees? Please, the account details have been attached to your admission letter. So once you download the admission letter, download all those attachments, you see the bank you're supposed to pay your fees into. Take notes and pay accordingly, and check the amount you're supposed to pay. Okay. Another person is also asking about cut-off points. We don't have predefined cut-off points for our programs. As you can see on the screen, it is English, Math, Science, Physics, Selective Math, Chemistry. These are the six areas for the School of Petroleum Studies. So once you have credits, which is at least C6, you have met the minimum entry requirements. However, it is competitive as you are applying and as persons who are applying. So it's based on the competitiveness of your results in relation to the other applicants. That will determine whether you will get the admission or not. So we don't have a predefined cut-off point. Someone is asking, are all items purchased in the school? Yeah, so we gave you an items list, the items you need for your study. Maybe you are doing petroleum engineering, you are doing chemical engineering, the items you are supposed to bring along when you're coming to school. The SRC, which is the Student Representative Council, they made some arrangements. You can get some when you report. However, you can equally buy it on your own wherever you find yourself and bring it. So you can call the SRC, their contact has been given on the attachments. You can call them and ask this item whether they are available or otherwise. So that is it for you. Someone is asking, maybe Mr. Seth, I will answer this question. Please, are there challenge of job vacancies after graduating? Are there challenge of job vacancies after graduating? After you are done with your either the chemical engineering, the natural gas, the petroleum geosciences, are there challenge of job vacancies after graduating? Okay, so Mr. Ripley will answer that. As I unmute.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Michael Hunsin. So before I answer that, let me quickly add to the answer you gave regarding the question about the government's low fee stress policy and whether petroleum engineering students who are fee paying also benefit. Yes, they benefit, but the fact is, if, for instance, the government is giving you 4,000 cedis as the school fees for the academic year, for your admission fee, and then the fee paying program, the fee is 10,000, it means that we'll take out the 5,000 from the government and then we'll give you the 5,000 back. And that is for your admission fee. But from second year going, you pay the 10,000 as the normal fee till you complete. I hope that is clear. Okay. Then, whether there's a challenge with securing of jobs in the industry, every industry in the world now has challenges in terms of securing jobs. It is not peculiar to the petroleum industry or the chemical industry. But when you come out of UMAT, take any of these programs, I can assure you the knowledge and the skills you acquire will place you at an advantage than any other person who reads the same program in any other institution. So that one I can assure you. And again, apart from the program you are offering, there's also opportunity for students to also be entrepreneurial. We are also training people to come out of school to be able to set up or do their own businesses. So we have people who have studied petroleum engineering who are not practicing petroleum engineering in the industry, but they are providing services to petroleum engineering and related companies. So it depends on your focus and how you want to place yourself in the job market. There's always opportunity. There's always a challenge. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ifle. Okay, I think reading the comments at the chat session, I can see like someone is asking about when will diploma admissions be released. Yeah, so the first batch has also been released. It is part of the BSc. So if you are successful, you see. But a majority of it is yet to be released. So take note of the diploma. About the fees. Someone is asking, do you have to pay fees before you benefit from the no fees first? Last year, they have to pay their fees before the government refunded their money back. So it's likely this year will go to or will be the same arrangement. I think someone is also asking, I have BSc in IT. Can I qualify to do MSc Geomatic Engineering? Please, that one would be a bit difficult. However, you can send your transcripts to admissions@umat.edu.gh. We'll forward it to the department for them to assess it. If you qualify, you notify. So take note of that. So you can send your transcripts to the admissions email, admissions@umat admissions at umat.edu.gh. Take note of that. Okay. I just want to use some of the questions there. Someone is asking the additional items. Where are you supposed to buy them? I think I've explained this once. That there is an attachment from the SRC. You can contact them if you want to buy some. You can equally search for some. It's available in the open market. You can search for some wherever they sell PPEs and get some in buy. So techniques. Someone says, as a Zoom user, you are saying, I have been admitted, but I haven't challenges in downloading my admission forms. Is it that you've lost your PIN? Is it that you didn't input the correct PIN? So let us know the actual challenge you are having. Let us know the actual challenge you are having. Because others have been able to download their letters. So why are you not able to download yours? If you misplace your PIN, kindly go to the sales outlet to purchase the voucher form. They can assist you in getting it. Take note. Yes, I think someone has given an answer to a friend that you have to accept the admission first before you can download the admission. Sure. I think these are some of the questions on Zoom. Let me check. Let me check YouTube if there are others. If not, we end the session here. I think someone is also asking about the fee paying amount. Fee paying students, you are supposed to pay around 18,000 cedis a year for your school fees. Then you also pay for your accommodation. But management of the school have given all fee paying students discounts. All fee paying students discounts. Whether petroleum engineering, chemical engineering, mining, minerals, they give them discounts. So that is the reason why you are paying the 9,480 something for fee paying. So that is not even the full amount. It is because of discounts. That is the reason you are paying that amount. So take note. As at 2018, 2019, fee paying was around 12,000. That was about 6 years ago. So this is a discount you are enjoying as fee paying student. So take note of that. I am just scrolling through the questions on YouTube. I think someone wants to ask, please, can someone pay half for first semester and the end of the semester, the person can pay the rest? No. For first years, you're supposed to pay full before you can start the program. If you're having a peculiar challenge, you can contact the school through our email admissions@umass.edu.gh. If there is anything that's peculiar thing, and I say peculiar thing, there can be an arrangement for you to pay. Then you have to pay the full before you can register for the first semester. So take note of that. So if you're having a challenge, you can contact us through our email admissions@umass.edu.gh. You can have a conversation and know how to go about that. But we can't give you up to the end of the semester to pay. No. There are certain years you can pay a portion at the first semester, at the beginning of the first semester, and pay a portion at the beginning of the second semester. That is for the continuing students. But for first year, you are supposed to pay full before you start the program. So take notes. And for your admission letter, you were informed that technically you are coming to school in January, somewhere 9th January. So take notes. Please, our admission is not based on any form of protocol. I think someone is saying it's all about protocol. Most of us who get the admission as people, I can come say they did better than no. That is an error, please. Admissions are based on fairness. There is nothing like any discrimination. Someone did better, you ignore that person and go and put no. Admissions are based on fair judgment. So take note of that. Okay. I think I can't see any other question again, but I can see a hand raising. Easy. You'll be the last person to ask a question and you'll be done for this session. Please unmute yourself and ask your question. Thank you.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Continue, please. Audible, please.
Please, I have a friend there who is offering petroleum engineering, but his fees keep increasing by the year. So I'm asking if mine will be the same as a natural gas engineering student.
Okay.
Hello.
So,
Yes.
normally, at first year level, the fee is a bit higher than the second year. So second year, the fee will drop a bit. The third year to around that same like the second year. But the final year, it will move a bit higher, but not closer to the first year. So normally, the first year that the fees are a bit higher. So based on your question, I don't think your fees will be increasing, no. But what you pay will drop a bit. I don't know whether Mr. Seth has something to say about that.
Kindly let me know the question again, please.
He was asking about natural gas engineering, whether the fee will reduce or will go up instead in the second year.
No, from the second year going, it rather goes down.
Please, I don't know if you have any closing remarks, you can put it across as you end the session.
Okay, so thank you very much. And thanks to everyone who made the time to join us at the School of Petroleum Studies. As I said, we are ready and obviously waiting for your arrival. The contact numbers that have been given, if you have any issues, you can call for clarifications and we'll address all of them for you. We thank you and we wish you all the very best. And hopefully we'll see you in January. Thanks to the admission office for the opportunity. We really appreciate it. Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay, so as I said, this is a session for School of Petroleum Studies. Tomorrow we have the Faculty of Computing and Mathematical Sciences. When I say that faculty, it means BSc Computer Science Engineering, BSc Cybersecurity, BSc Information Systems and Technology, BSc Mathematics, and BSc Statistical Data Science, as well as the BSc Robotics Engineering and Artificial Intelligence. So tomorrow we have a session for that faculty, same time, 11 o'clock. You can join by YouTube, you can join by Facebook. You can send your questions through that same channel and your questions will be answered. All too soon, we come to a close to this session. We believe it was helpful. As I said, our contacts, you can contact us through 033 209 7781. 033 209 7781. You can send us an email admissions@umat.edu.gh and we're glad to answer your questions. I think I have seen Clifford, they do in cancer. I don't know whether you can give us a closing prayer and we are done with this session. Thank you. Clifford, you can unmute yourself and give us the closing prayer. Okay, I can see Augustine and CB. Please unmute yourself. You're asking a question, but ask a question and give us, okay, ask a question and give us a closing prayer, and you are done.
Okay, sir. Please, can you all hear me?
I hear you, please.
Okay, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Okay, please, my name is Asibi Augustine, and I'm asking a question regarding my sister's problem that she's having. So she's been trying to log inside the portal, but she's not getting the access.
As you get inside the portal, as she gets
Yeah.
admission.
Yeah, we've been trying to call the numbers that's at the portal, but we are not getting anyone.
Has she gotten admission?
No, please. Yeah, she has gotten an admission.
Okay. But you have the PIN code and the reference number,
And
right?
the reference number. Yes, sir.
So once you go online, you log in, you should be able to download your letter.
We are trying to log in, but whenever we log in, they are trying to tell us credential error. That's what we have been getting since like last 3 days.
Okay. So what you do now is please clear your browser history and log in again. Or better to use a different browser.
We've tried that. We've even gone to the cafe.
Because others have been able to download their own, so I don't know how can. Okay, so you can send me the login details of your sister through email admissions@umat.edu.gh.
Please, the
Also
email
check
again.
admissions ADMISS at umat.edu.gh.
Okay, sir.
Then send it up and get that.
Okay,
so
sir.
Prayer, then
Okay, sir. Okay. Shall we all close our eyes? Dear Lord, we thank you for being with us throughout this meeting. As we are living here, we pray that you continue to be with us in anything that we do. In Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Please, I think you are still saying that the discount, you're asking whether the discount you mentioned does it apply to fee-paying students or for the entire. Yeah, so as it stands now, that's run for the entire period for all fee-paying from first year to final year. So take note of that. It's not only for first year. Okay. Yeah, so please send email if your question wasn't answered, send an email at umat@umat.edu.gh. Thank you very much. As I said, tomorrow we'll be meeting 11 o'clock, same time. Wishing you the very best for the day. Thank you very much. We are out.
Close.
Tengáis un buen día. Gracias. Hasta luego. Degree in petroleum in the University of Mines and Technology, Takwa. I schooled in Nigeria in Handmaid's Matade Girls Secondary School, Obube. The reason why I chose petroleum engineering was because I come from a country where we have a lot of oil. So I decided to come to UMatt to come and do my program in petroleum engineering because I had friends who have been in Ghana and they know about the university. So they told me that's the best university in West Africa. So if I have to do petroleum engineering, so why can't I come to the best university? So my relationship with the lecturers, they have been good since my level 100. They teach us well. If you don't understand, they can come back again. They always have time for you. You can meet them whenever you don't understand something. So they are cool, they are loving. As an international student, it's easy to get accommodation. I currently stay in KT Hall. They are good. The porters are good. They cater for your needs. So if you face a problem in your hostel, so you just have to meet them and they will find a solution for you. And I have a lot of friends, Ghanaian friends. They are okay, they are cool with us. They help us in some stuffs. So there are a lot of Ghanaian dishes. The ones I love, like wache, gobe. So I really enjoy them. So I mostly eat it every day. So being a student, especially an international student in the University of Mines and Technology, you're entitled to many kinds of benefits. Like we go on field trips. I've been to Zen Petroleum and I've been to Expro at Takoradi, and we go along with our lecturer and a supervisor, and they take us with the school bus. And being there, going on field trips, we can get the contact from the people working in the particular company, and maybe from there, who knows, anything can happen. In terms of safety, I would say we are safe on campus because we have security guards and we have the porters, so we are really safe on campus. Moving about, you can move like late hours and you are safe. So about the safety, you don't have to worry about it. And also about getting groceries, like going to the supermarket or to the market, it's just close by, so you don't face any problems with it. It makes your staying on campus easier for you. So my dear friends, I would love to encourage you to come to UMass because, as I've said, that is the best university in engineering in West Africa. So you have to come to this school. Mis amigos, me gustaría que vengáis aquí porque es la buena oportunidad que podéis tener y gracias a Dios, Él es el Todopoderoso, me gustaría que estéis aquí, que tengáis un buen día. Gracias, hasta luego. Hola, my name is Joanna Maria Bokiresono. I'm from Equatorial Guinea and I'm currently doing my bachelor degree in petroleum in the University of Mines and Technology, Takwa. I schooled in Nigeria in Handmaid's Matade Girls Secondary School, Obube. The reason why I chose petroleum engineering was because I come from a country where we have a lot of oil. So I decided to come to UMass to come and do my program in petroleum engineering because I had friends who have been in Ghana and they know about the university. So they told me that's the best university in West Africa. So if I have to do petroleum engineering, so why can't I come to the best university? So my relationship with the lecturers, they have been good since my level 100. They teach us well. If you don't understand, they can come back again. They always have time for you. You can meet them whenever you don't understand something. So they are cool, they are loving. As an international student, it's easy to get accommodation. I currently stay in KT Hall. They are good, the porters are good, they cater for your needs. So if you face a problem in your hostel, so you just have to meet them and they will find a solution for you. And I have a lot of friends, Ghanaian friends. They are okay, they are cool with us. They help us in some stuffs. So there are a lot of Ghanaian dishes. The ones I love, like wache, gobe. So I really enjoy them. So I mostly eat it every day. So being a student, especially an international student in the University of Mines and Technology, you're entitled to many kinds of benefits. Like we go on field trips. I've been to Zen Petroleum and I've been to Expro at Takoradi, and we go along with our lecturer and a supervisor, and they take us with the school bus. And being there, going on field trips, we can get the contact from the people working in the particular company, and maybe from there, who knows, anything can happen. In terms of safety, I would say we are safe on campus because we have security guards and we have the porters, so we are really safe on campus. Moving about, you can move like late hours and you are safe. So about the safety, you don't have to worry about it. And also about getting groceries, like going to the supermarket or to the market, it's just close by, so you don't face any problems with it.